Good morning, and welcome to Gone RV'N Travels with my girls. Well, right now we're at Pacific Beach State Park on the Washington coast, about a half-hour drive north of the Ocean Shores cutoff. And we got here yesterday, and it was pretty nice. Heavy overcast, but pleasant. And we had a great night sleeping. Everybody got in their usual positions, and everything turned out real well. So right now I've got kind of things thrown up here for the day, and we've already been on the beach here twice at least, and walking around, picked up some shells and interesting things. Met a guy out here that's surf fishing for perch as the tide comes in, and we're just kind of kicked back here today. It's been off and on rain showers. The tide's come way in compared to what it was yesterday, and we're just kind of hanging out here in the little homestead. So this is kind of a dry run. We have two other week-long trips planned here for two other state parks coming up, and then we're looking forward to a short summer trip that we hope to make down to the Oregon coast and to the Oregon Caves National Monument, which I have not been to in probably a decade or more. So that's our tentative plans right now. Here, when I get back from this trip, we're going to take the RV in for Phase 7 improvements. The way I'll be traveling is the bed will always be down, which gives me a huge area underneath the bed for storage of lots of items. So I'm finding by doing that, it allows me a great deal of storage for everything I want to take, and makes getting into the cupboards and getting the stuff I use often much easier to get to, and give me lots of storage space underneath, which is great. So the girls are just kicked back. They're loving it. They're enjoying my full attention on these trips. So Sarah wants to go chase all the shorebirds out here. She'll chase them all the way down to Oregon and beyond if I let her. Kate's instinct is very strong too, but she's very faithful, and she sticks around with me and watches over both Sarah and myself and our homestead here. So two totally different dogs, different behaviors, different backgrounds, different instincts, but they're both exceptional family dogs and personal dogs to have. So let's see. Yeah, this is great. Don't get any TV reception right here, so that's great. And I brought some videos and CDs to listen to, but it's just so nice being away from the TV and all the stuff that's on TV nowadays. But anyway, what a relief to be out here again in our RV, and we really love it. Well, we're back inside right now. We've been out this morning roaming around the beach, around the campgrounds here. Let Kate being pet by all the new people coming in that she meets. Sarah's got to try to chase down some various birds on the beach and in the campgrounds here. So that's kind of made her happy. And right now we're back here kind of warm, getting ready for lunch. The winds are steady. They are strong enough to keep the flags flowing straight out, and it's not raining, which is nice because it was raining and misty this morning, but we got kind of cold out there. The wind kind of makes your face cold and makes your nose run, so after a while we decided to come in and get warm for lunch. Kate, what'd you see? Maybe we got some neighbors moving in. Anyway, Sarah's quite comfortable now. She's done her bird chasing and exploring on the beach. The pad you see here, that's my 1.5 inch king size sleeping pad that I trimmed down to snugly meet all the corners in here when I had the couch down into a full queen size bed. I then take my queen size super sleeping bag, put down on top of this, and on top of that I've got my little fuzzy wuzzy blanket to put over it, and it works out great. I've decided to keep this super bed down all the time when we're camping nowadays because it just didn't make sense going up and down every day. And this way we have this whole area for the dogs and I to lay down, sleep. We can watch TV or flop down here and listen to the radio, stereo. And what I'm going to do is... What? Well, that's one of the best things about having dogs is they're always alert, always ready to protect you and your property. Kate! Okay, I think you let them know you got dogs in here. Yeah. Whoops. Come on, Kate. Can you get up? Kate's still suffering from her paralysis she had from that disease that attacked her out of the blue a month ago. Other than that, she's her same old self. So, what do you see, Kate? Oh, there. They're just people standing on the bluff watching the ocean. But she's very aware of sounds and people moving around our little RV here, wherever we're at. So it acts as a great deterrent to people that have not good things on their minds. Well, after roaming around on the beach and through the campgrounds here, taking each dog out separately for their walks and together on the beach, we decided to come back in and get warmed up because that wind was turning our noses red and making our noses run. So we're back here, going to get warmed up. I'm going to have some lunch. I'll give them a treat. But we're just kicked back, relaxing. The weather has improved from this morning when it was rain and drizzle. It's now high clouds, kind of clear, but the wind is steady and cold. Anyway, we're very cozy in our little 2008 Pleasure-Ways Ascent. Kate's keeping track, watching everyone out there. She's the guardian of the premise. And Sara is just kind of relaxed and taking it easy. So we'll probably go back out later. And we're going to be here a couple of days, and hopefully we'll see the sun during one of those days here. But it's a typical northwest winter on the coast. So we might see it for 15 minutes in between a hole in the clouds, and we might not see it at all. We'll just have to wait and see. But that evening, Sara tripped in a water hole before going back to the RV. The next morning, her left front ankle had swollen up to the size of a hard golf ball, so I gave her some dog aspirin and called our home vet for an appointment that afternoon. Then we packed up and headed home. Found out that Sara had a very bad sprained leg, so the vet gave us some pain medication and anti-inflammatory medication for her to take twice a day for up to 3 weeks. Since then, she has been progressing well, and we are considering going on another state park campout. But a Pacific windstorm moved in with winds of up to 50 miles per hour, which blew down one of the tall, large Douglas fir trees in the backwoods behind my home. It came down like a giant from a beanstalk and demolished my backyard dog kennel while sideswiping my 3 large maple trees, tearing off their limbs on one side before coming to a rest only 6 feet away from my home. I think it's time I plan to move before one of the much taller and larger fir trees comes down in a storm and turns my home into nothing but a pile of splinters. So on this hopeful note, Until next time, the girls and I wish you happy trails and woof woof.